Hey you guys, what's up? I am sitting in Vegas again. I love it here. I could just definitely see myself living here. It's not even anything about like the casinos and the party life. It's just like so peaceful outside of it. I love the desert. But I'm not gonna ramble on too much about anything but Gaga today. Oh my god, I finally saw A Star is Born. And I can't talk too much on that because there's just so much to say, maybe a separate video, but that movie was amazing. It was, as everyone's probably heard, it's just like getting so much buzz. Gaga was great. Bradley Cooper was great. It was a touching movie. So intense. Oh my god, everyone's like, oh, it's a great movie, but no one talks about how freaking sad it is. Oh my god. Everyone in the theater was crying, and I was like keeping it together because I'm usually like so emotional. And by the end of the movie, like the very end of the movie, like what was going on, I was like, I was like, I lost it, and not only that, I was thinking about it for days after. So I also will say one thing, like Gaga and Bradley Cooper, it's like they talk about how they did amazing performances, but I didn't really think that their performances were better than like any other actor that's like a good actor, but it was just like all of the different elements. It was like all of the different things, like the music was good, like there was this they had like a chemistry, there like the sexual parts of it weren't overdone. It was just well done. It was such a good movie. And it just got me thinking, I have never shared my experience about meeting Lady Gaga. And I have been an avid fan of Gaga since the beginning of her career. And I'm not just talking about when she got popular. I'm talking about even before. Not like when she was on like the streets of New York, like trying to make it. It was just like, it was at least a while before her record came out. I follow music really closely. I followed Katy Perry's, Kesha's careers before they were even famous, and it's kind of the reason why I felt confident in my sense, my what I like. My I have something, I have like a skill with music. I've got an ear for it. I can often predict like music that's gonna be like things like music that's like popular, and I kind of like it before it gets popular anyways. So going into meeting Gaga, which was it that year, I met her in 2009. Her record came out in 2008, but I had been following her way before, like since maybe 2007. I think it was 2007, or definitely at the beginning of 2008, and that has been like 10 years. So I met Gaga like 9 years ago, and I'll just get to the story because it really, really changed my life, and she changed my life. And I could also make a separate video about why she changed my life. But let's just get started. I've got notes here because there's so much to say. I don't want this to be a long video, but they always are. And with this one, I'm okay with it being a long one because it was such a remarkable experience. So, I'm just like, I should have done this before I started the video. But, okay, so in 2009, I went to see Gaga in concert at the House of Blues in Orlando, Florida. I was living in Orlando at the time, and at first when I heard Gaga's music, I was like, what the hell is this shit? I was like, this is awful. I had seen I had eventually seen the Just Dance video, and I was like, oh, like, this chick is whack. I was surprised that I even got around to liking her, and liking her as much as I have and still do. So she's playing at the House of Blues. White Tie Affair opened up for her. If anyone even remembers who that is, they never even they had like one popular song, and it wasn't even like that popular. And so the show is amazing. It is still probably the best show I've ever seen in my life. The Fame Ball Tour. Wait, the Fame Ball Tour? Yeah, the Fame Ball. And always have to do that. The Fame Ball, the album is called The Fame Ball tour was great. The show was incredible. It was the visuals, the outfits, Gaga's dancing, her interaction with the crowd. It was so personal, and I was also front row of the pit. I was like on this, like I was able to touch the stage, and like there wasn't even that big of a line to wait for the show. So for us, getting the front row like wasn't even like that big of a deal. It was like there weren't even that many people there. So I remember, you might not believe me when I say this, but like I had found out her name was Stephanie because I like look into. I mean, I know who produces songs. I know writers. I read those credits on albums. So I researched her. I knew her past Lady Starlight. I found out her real name, and then so she's performing, and I remember she's in this like iconic outfit actually, where she's got like the triangle diamond thing either up here or on a skirt. She's got the blonde bob, and I called her Stephanie really loud in the audience. She looked down at me, and she took a second, and then she kept going. She was singing, and she didn't stop singing or anything like that, but I always remember that moment. And I mean, I'm not saying that she like, I don't know why that happened. It could have nothing to do with me, but whatever. So that was cool. And at the show, I found out that if you bought the CD at the show, like at the merch table, that you could go to a meet and greet. Like, can you believe that now, like, with how famous Gaga is? She was like, buy the record, go to the meet and greet. There wasn't any extra to it. I was like, so the record may have cost more. It wasn't over $30. No, I don't even think. I think it may have been like $20. So at this point, I'm a huge Gaga fan. I'm like, I've played out the album. I would skip the first time I smoked pot. Some of the first times I was smoking pot, I was listening to her first record, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best music I've ever heard. The first time I rolled ecstasy, I was listening to Gaga. I mean, I had some of my most memorable experiences listening to that record. So I'm in line. I'm with my boyfriend at the time, Drake Angel, and for those of you who know who he is, and we're in line, and we're at the very back of the line. So I'm just like, I'm like coming undone. I'm like freaking out, and he's keeping it together a little better than I am, but it gets to our point, or gets to our place in line, and the rule was you could get one thing signed and absolutely no pictures. If you got a picture, you're getting kicked out. The show was over anyways, but like they would like, so they were so strict about it. And believe it or not, there were people doing the pictures anyways. You know, so there's like the person in front of me took a picture, and there are other people. Not like everyone was taking pictures, but like few people like grabbed them. You know what I mean? Like kind of sneaked them, and they got kicked out. I don't really know what happened. So I get up to her, and I'm completely frozen. She's sitting at this table. Space Cowboy is right here. Space Cowboy's right here. To her, I don't care. And then her backup dancers were like right over here. So I had bought this poster, like really big poster, which is actually in some of the Helix Studios films. And I had Space Cowboy sign it, I had Gaga sign it, and I had all of the dancers sign it. I can't believe like that actually happened. I got all of them to sign it. And that was Drake's, that we had, so between the two of us, we only got 2 things to sign. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not getting her to sign like an album booklet. Like, I need something for her to sign. And I got her to sign my hip. She signed my side right here. I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay. Ooh, look at little chubby. Okay. Now it says Lady Gaga, Love and Art, and she drew that heart. I added the music notes afterwards in the lightning bolt. And this is like, I think this is like it's like an awesome tattoo. It's obviously my favorite tattoo. Is it my favorite tattoo still? Yes, it's still my favorite tattoo. And I'm so excited to talk about this story. I know I'm like coming across like so hyper, but yeah. So we go to the meet and greet. She signs my side. Okay, so let me tell you what we talked about. The first thing she asks us, she's like, "Are you guys boyfriend? We're like, yes. And it was almost kind of like, we were like newly dating too, so it was like kind of awkward, but we'd been friends for a while, but it was still kind of like weird. And I was like not comfortable with being gay in front of Lady Gaga. I mean, she hadn't even had like that. Like now she has this huge following of like gay people and this huge face for the LGBT community and like, you know, an ally. And here I am, I'm telling you, she's like so little, like the tiniest person ever. And she was so frail. So I actually remember, I think that she got up. It was almost like we were going to take a picture, but we didn't. I did not take the picture. I was like, I'm such a rule follower. And it's like so weird. Like I can like follow rules. Like I am not going to hop a fence and go like jump into a hotel pool or like disobey traffic laws. But like I will do things like become a porn star and like not listen to like Sneak Out at Night. Like I would like not obey. I would be like a rebel in my own way. So Lady Gaga, she told me, she said, follow your dreams. She said, do not give up. Do what she says this stuff like all the time now. I've heard it a million times. But for me, it was like it changed me. This person I admire so much. She's just like a creative. I looked up to her so much creatively at that time. I was like, she is an all-star. She writes the music. She's, you know, she's an incredible performer. Her voice sounds great live. She's an awesome dancer. She House of Gaga. She's doing her own outfits. Like she came up with all the graphics for this. This show was incredible. It's so personal, and I'm just like, she wasn't even she wasn't super popular or anything. And I was just like, I didn't know she was going to make it like she has, but I was like, this chick is going somewhere. And she said, follow your dreams, break all the rules to get where to like live your dreams. And she said, sneak backstage at shows, get kicked out, you know, do whatever you have to do to make it happen. And then I asked her, I said, I was like, Gaga, your album is amazing. The thing is Disco Heaven needs to be on a record. I was like mentioning not bonus tracks because they weren't even bonus tracks. They were like demos that kind of like leaked online that were like totally like illegal. And I like lost it. I was like, Disco Heaven is my favorite song. This song, I rock out to it all day, every day. Please put it on a record or the re-release of your album. Please put it on there for us fans. And it's like, I already had the song, but like, I wanted it official. I wanted it to be part of that record. And she was like, she just laughed and said, thank you. And that's when I told her, you have to sign my side. And she was like, oh my God, no, don't do that. She was so like taken back. I'm sure she had like already done it at some point, but like she was like so humble. And I gave her this hug and she was so much littler. She was so much smaller than I was, and I hugged her so hard. And she was like, her little body, like she was like so mousy. And everyone was like so humble. Like Space Cowboy was so cool, and all the dancers, they were all like surprised that I wanted them to sign the posters. Like, you guys were all awesome. This like, it was a group effort, you know. So she told me to follow my dreams. And then I just really don't want to forget anything. And so let's talk about getting the tattoo. So she signed my side. I was like, I knew immediately I was like gonna get this get it tattooed. So I actually didn't shower for 3 days while I waited to get this tattoo with my artist. I already had like a few tattoos, so I like knew who I was going to. He couldn't get me in for like on the 3rd day I got the tattoo, so I couldn't get in for 2 days. So on the 3rd day it's like wearing off, and I'm like, no, I didn't shower at all. And then he does it. It's so weird because I swear she signed like the front of me, like right here, and it just has like moved over to the side. And because like that would be like a weird place to kind of like sign, but that's what I remember. But who knows? Didn't shower, and I got the tattoo. The tattoo is amazing. It's the only tattoo I have with color. I loved lightning bolts because Gaga was doing the lightning bolt on her face at the time, and I just thought that was awesome. David Bowie. Homage to Bowie, and yeah, that's my story. Gaga changed my life. That was in April of 2009. 3 months later, I moved to California. I dropped out of high school. I moved to California. and I, with the hope, with the ambition to pursue my dreams because Gaga told me to, and I saw her do it, and then in that time, that between the time I met her and I dropped out of school, she exploded. Like Poker Face went to #1, and then Just Dance went to #1. Just Dance had already been out, but then Just Dance blew up, and then it was just one thing after another. That was like the biggest. 2010 was probably like the biggest year for her once Bad Romance came out, but like that was the biggest. She exploded, and then when she exploded, I was like, I'm following my dreams. Like I could do this. I believed in myself. I moved to California with Drake, and I didn't even have a place to stay. So I mean, here I am. I mean, I'm in Vegas today, but I still live in LA, and I've had internships at record labels. The whole journey of pursuing my dreams has taken me on my own. It's been like an unexpected route, and it's been awesome. And I want to thank Gaga. She won't see this video, but I want to thank Gaga. I totally thought I was going to cry too, and encourage you to do the same. All right. Thank you for watching this video. And make sure to do all the great things that all the YouTubers say. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and have an awesome day, okay? Again, thanks, Gaga.